Hello, good evening.
Good evening, madam.
Good evening, madam.
Yes, as usual, shall we wait for another 2-3 minutes?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So, day before yesterday, we started a new lesson that is methodologies, language teaching methodologies. I hope you can remember. So we started it all of a sudden because your assignment question, it was based on language teaching methodologies. But before that, can you remember we had started a lesson called language skills development. We could not complete it. Can you remember such thing?
Yes, madam.
Yes,
Okay.
well,
Okay. Did you start writing or answering your assignment?
Not yet.
Okay. That means I just wanted to check whether you are confident in writing the assignment after we completed the lesson. Anyhow, under language skills development, let me show you. In your syllabus, there are 4 skills, not only in your syllabus. Normally, in a language, there are these 4 skills: reading, writing, listening, speaking. Okay, so then actually the proper order should be speaking, listening, speaking, reading, writing. But here it is reading, writing, listening, speaking. If you can remember, we completed touching, reading, and writing. So today we have to complete the other 2 skills, that is listening and speaking. When I scroll down the slides, you will understand it. First, we discuss language skills. What are they? So then we got to know language skills are playing a strong foundation in language development. Okay, so we came to reading skills. Under that, we discuss reading strategies, before reading, during reading, after reading. And then we discuss 3 basic reading strategies mentioned in the syllabus: skimming, scanning, intensive reading. Okay, so, and then we discuss about how to develop students' reading comprehension skills. Under that, we got to know there are different strategies, different methods that we can use. For an example, reading aloud, finding the main idea. So we have to train students for these things. Finding supporting details, recognizing story structure and key points, how to use graphic organizers to understand text, answering questions, and generating questions, summarizing what you have read, okay, practicing new vocabulary you found, okay, building background knowledge. So we were talking about many more methods. Okay, so we discussed this also, teaching vocabulary and reading comprehension skills. And then we came to writing. Under that also, we discussed stages of writing: pre-writing, drafting, revising, editing. And then we discussed developing writing skills. Under that, coherence, cohesion, grammar, like that. Coherence, cohesion, grammar. And then we talked about teaching strategies, brainstorming. Yeah, here. Free writing, listening, listing, mind mapping, providing templates, model outlining, guide students through processes. Peer review. Okay. Can you remember we did these things?
Yes, madam.
Of course, you may not remember A to Z now. At least we completed that. If you are having that feeling, that is okay. Okay, today we are moving to the next language skill, that is listening. Okay, yeah, just get an idea what listening is. Okay, let me, yes, sorry, you have sent messages. Hari, done. Okay, very good. We'll see. So then, you know already, our listening skill is also a critical skill like writing, reading, and speaking. Okay, because for a effective communication, listening is a must. Or you also might have had some bad experience because people are not properly listening to what we say. or else we may not be listening properly to what people are telling. So there are lots of complications in communication. Sometimes we misunderstand what they say. They misunderstand what we say. So there are lots of issues. So for an effective communication, listening, proper listening is a must. So if you use active listening techniques, you can build and maintain relationships among human beings. You can solve problems, you can improve processes and retain information. So you can keep on having knowledge about other things. Okay, so sometimes when we see the word listening, we may feel most of the people, they are having this skill. If they do not have any physical disability regarding with reference to their ears, if they are not deaf, they have listening ability. That is what we normally think. But remember, listening skill is not just hearing sounds. Okay, now you are hearing what I am telling you. But if you just pay your attention to your environment, there are other sounds. But sometimes we hear sounds in our day-to-day life when we go out, when we are at particular place, we hear lots of sounds. But listening is not passively hearing sounds. It's an active process of receiving, constructing meaning from, and responding to spoken or non-verbal message. Okay, so that is real listening. First, we have to receive the sound. Then, based on the sound we receive, we construct meaning. And according to the meaning we formed, we are responding. And these sounds may be spoken or non-verbal. And there are other sounds. Okay, so then it's a process. First, we have to receive the sound. So we have to get the meaning of those sounds, and then we have to respond. Okay, I hope you will understand this. I'll go to the next slide. Okay, what is active listening? Yeah, just get an idea. Okay, we'll understand this. Okay, done. I already explained this, but let's still see some more. Active listening is a soft skill. Okay, so the soft skills and that require you to focus on a speakers completely. As we told earlier, first we have to listen to a person, understand the message, and reflect on what's being said. Reflect means you have to think about the message and respond thoughtfully. So after that, you have to respond accordingly and retain the information for later. So you have to keep the information for later. And you can have verbal and non-verbal active listening techniques for effective active listening. And so yes, so there are some active listening techniques. If you use them, you can focus and show that you are engaged in the listening process. Okay, now we are going to see active listening strategies. You see, Hari, okay. So here, these are active listening strategies are certain techniques a listener consciously use. Consciously means with the knowledge. That means the listener knows that she is using them. So the listener is using them consciously, not unconsciously. That is to use to fully concentrate on what is being said. So if you use active listening strategies only, you can fully concentrate on what is being said. And also understand it better and respond thoughtfully. Okay, we'll see these strategies. We'll see what they are. Okay, yeah, see, number one. Okay, so yeah. Okay, we'll see. Be fully present. So what do you mean by be fully present? So you have to be fully present in listening. Okay, so the main purpose of active listening is that is to allow speaker to feel comfortable and safe enough to share their thoughts. So when we fully present only, the person who is speaking will feel comfortable and he or she feels safe enough to share his or her thoughts. Okay, that happens to us also. When we start something, if we feel the listener is not interested in listening to me, we will not feel continuing talking. So as a listener, you have to make speaker feel comfortable and safe. And then when you are listening, you have to listen with an open mind. So other things should not be there in your mind. So there are lots of things in our mind, but when you are listening to a particular person or a thing, your mind should be free. And you need to allow the speaker to complete their sentences without interruptions. Okay, some people we know they can't wait until the speaker completes a sentence. So they are disturbing and asking questions. But it's not a symbol of proper listening. And don't think about what you want to say while they are speaking. Sometimes when I'm telling these things, you may remember one particular person who are impatient to person who is impatient to talk rather than listening to the other person. Okay, so you may be having lots of things to tell, but first you have to listen. Hope it is clear. If it is not clear, you just put a message or else you can tell. Second one. Okay, so next one is avoiding distractions. So there are lots of things which stand as disturbances to our listening. So when you are practicing active listening, you have to minimize, limit those potential distractions. So we'll understand what they are. This may be sometimes silencing notification. So if your mobile phone is with you, sometimes message notifications are there on your computer or on your mobile phone. Or alert family members. So they may come and go close to you. They may make different noises because others are not learning, you are learning. And then those things should not be disturbances for your active listening. Okay, so at the same time, you yourself is having some distractions from you for your listening. You are already having some distractions for your listening. You see, some of them are glancing at your watch or phone. So while listening, you will look at your watch. I know that you will not look at it. Phone. And audibly sighing. Sighing means, exhaling loudly. Sighing or inhaling. No, exhaling. And doodling. Doodling means with a pen or pencil. In Sinhala we call kurutu baligana. Is it clear to you? I don't know whether there are Muslim students here. So without any proper purpose, you will be using your pen and you will be drawing something. It's not a picture, but all over the page you will be doing lines, the circle shaped things, doodling and tapping a pen. You will tap a pen. And those are distractions. And also students, they do this very often while listening, maybe listening to the teacher. So they may use verbal or non-verbal, most probably non-verbal, facial expressions, communication with others who are listening. So all these things should be avoided. So then you can have a comfortable listening. Are they clear to you?
Yes.
Hari, okay. Hari, we'll go. I use supportive non-verbal clues. Yeah, in the other slide, this also there. Here, you see. Okay, if you read this, shall I change the slide? Because the same idea is going to the next slide also.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, we'll see here. Okay, if you finish reading, we can discuss them. We'll go to the
Bye,
first.
ma'am.
Hari, okay. So use supportive non-verbal cues. So then there are certain non-verbal things that we can use for effective listening. Okay, so then for an example, nodding. You know the meaning of nodding. So you can nod your head. Okay, so that is a very helpful cue, and it indicates you agree with the speaker. Okay, so normally when we nod our head up and down, so it is an agreement. So when we talk, we do like this. And when we nod the other way, horizontally, it says we do not agree. And there are, you know, there are some countries in the world, I can't remember exactly their names, to say that they agree, they nod their head horizontally. And then to say no, they will nod. And that is how it is. But anyway, most of the countries in the world, they nod the head vertically to approve what the speaker is telling. So normally people is having the idea nodding means bowing your head vertically. So whatever it is, when we are listening, we also can nod. And it indicates you agree with the speaker. And also it says you understand what the speaker is telling. Okay, so that is a non-verbal cue. While listening to the teacher, you can nod. Next, yeah, a smile. The smile is a very simple thing and it won't cost. A smile encourages a speaker to continue and indicates that you agree with their message or you are happy to listen. Okay, so while you are listening, if you agree and if you are happy, you can give a smile. And a smile, simple smile, will encourage the speaker and it will say lots of things. And a simple smile, it's similar to a short verbal affirmation. And then if the speaker is in a tension, because of your smile, that tension will vanish and speaker feels comfortable. And the other thing is, when you are listening, keeping eye contact is important. The speaker also should have eye contact. That is something else. As a listener, you have to look at the eyes of the speaker. And you should not look at the other people or other objects around you. You have to directly look at the speaker. Okay, they are simple things, but they are really needed for effective listening. And we'll see. Are you still reading?
No, finished, madam.
Okay. Paraphrase. You know what paraphrase is, and you might have done it with reference to literature. You might have paraphrased poems. Okay, so that means you will understand the essence and you will reproduce it in different wordings. Okay, engage in active listening by summarizing the main points or main point of the speaker's message to show you fully understand its meaning. So while listening, when the speaker completes one portion of his speech, you can summarize what he madam, ma'am, kindly please tell how to get the PPTs you have done so far. I have shared all these PPTs with the management. Okay, I don't know whether you will believe me. I have sent it. Yeah, let me show it to you. Okay, so all the slides. Yeah. Okay, management will share them with you all. Yeah, wait. So then, but you will get them soon. Here. Okay, let me show. Here you can see the slides which I have shared. Okay, factors affecting school language acquisition, sorry, second language acquisitions. I can't see the date. Yeah, that was on 27th of January. So this is on, yeah, 20th. Yeah, so yeah, just like that. So you will soon get it. Okay, but before this, you got these slides properly, and maybe there is a small delay. I'll also give them a reminder. So then you will soon get it. Okay. Okay, okay, you also can ask. This is what we were doing. Okay, paraphrase. So when the speaker completes some of his ideas orally, you can paraphrase it into your own words. That means you are checking whether you fully understood it or not. Okay, so then if you do like this, sometimes you will not be able to paraphrase what speaker says. Some you will paraphrase, and something you may not be able to paraphrase. So then you can clarify when you are having a vague information. Vague in the sense unclear. See the example. So you can't understand exactly what the speaker is telling. So you can say, so what you are saying is, your current content management system no longer meets your team's technical needs. Okay, so just like that, you also can clarify your doubts when you summarize. Is that clear to you, or should I explain more?
It's clear, madam.
You, yeah, okay. Then asking open-ended question. Is that the one we have to do? No, here, this one. Recall, yeah, previously shared information. Okay, here you can see recall previously shared information. So when you are not listening to a speaker for the first time, and when the speaker is known to you, while listening, you can show that you can remember the information which was spoken by the speaker previously. So that's a very good thing. Okay, see the example. Last week you mentioned adding a more senior coordinator to help with this account. Okay, just like that. So you are showing, you are retaining information of the speaker which was said previously. Okay, that it shows that you are listening to the speaker in a very effective way. Recall previously shared information. Even we have to train our students to listen like that. When teacher is continuing a particular lesson on a particular day, the student should remember what teacher taught previously. Next one. Okay, did you finish reading?
Okay, finished, madam.
Okay. Asking open-ended questions. Okay, so while listening, you can ask open-ended questions to clarify your doubts and questions from the speaker. Okay, so then, but you are asking questions should not be a disturbance for the speaker that we discussed earlier. So here, the purpose of asking question is to clarify your doubts. But remember, if you want to clarify or verify what you listen, you should ask open-ended questions. Never ask yes or no questions. So then the speaker will say either yes or no. See some questions, open-ended questions. Can you tell me more about that? So open-ended questions are not yes no questions. So the speaker, the person who is answering open-ended question, cannot give single word answer. He or she has to explain. What do you think is the best path moving forward? What changes would you make? Why do you think it happened that way? Okay, so see, these questions cannot be answered with single words. And sometimes you have to wait until the speaker says If you have a doubt, you can ask. So at that time only, you should ask open-ended questions. Okay, we'll see. Okay, so be empathetic and validate. So you know the meaning of empathy. So empathy is different from sympathy. When you are having empathy, you can understand somebody, the feelings, emotions of another person, mentally reaching the mental state of that person. So when I was explaining empathy in another lecture, the student gave me the ideal word actually, sahanukampava. It's not anukampava, that is sahanukampava. That means it's not feeling sad or feeling sorry or feeling emotion. So if you can go to the exact mentality of that person in your mind and understand the person, that is empathy. Okay, so when you are listening, you have to show that you understand what the person is telling empathetically. Okay, so then for an example, you can say, I'm so sorry you are dealing with this problem. Okay, so maybe the speaker is talking about a problem. So when you say like this, it shows that you are empathetic and you validate, you respect, you value what that person is telling. I'm so sorry you are dealing with this problem. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Some more. Oh, validate means in Sinhala we call yavat kalina karanava. That means you also bear the same here actually. So you are validating what the speaker is telling. So you are taking it seriously or you are considering it. It's something similar to that. Sorry, is that the one? Here. Okay, so while listening, you have to affirm, you have to confirm that you also understand what the speaker is telling. Okay, sometimes when we listen to a person, we say, yes, I understand, I see. Yes, that makes sense. I agree. Oh, thank you for sharing. just like that. Okay, so they give ideas. Okay, you also have to actively participate in listening. So rather than staying without affirming anything, you can affirm that you understand the things. Okay. And then share similar experiences. Madam, what does it mean, validate? Validate means affirm, confirm, not updating. So validate means we confirm the idea. So that is the meaning. Okay, here we'll see. So here the meaning is discussing comparable situations show the speaker you have successfully interpreted their message. Okay, that means when the speaker is talking, you also can talk something similar to that. That it shows that you understand what the speaker is telling exactly. So we'll understand with this with an example. So just imagine the speaker is sharing a problem with you. Okay, so then the speaker is telling a problem, and then the speaker is giving you an idea how you need to solve similar challenges. Okay, not that particular challenge. Okay, so then the speaker, the teacher may be telling a problem and telling how it can be overcome. and then teacher is telling, so that is the way that you have to solve similar problems. So listening to the teacher, if the student can say, I also had the same problem and this is how I solved it. So that is actually telling that you are in touch with what the speaker is telling. So you are sharing similar experiences, and your sharing experiences show that you are actively listening to what the speaker is telling. But if you are telling something totally irrelevant, it also shows that you do not listen at all. Let's see. Okay, some other things. See. Okay, not taking. So this is commonly followed by most of the listeners. So it doesn't mean that you are writing everything the speaker says without listening properly. So that is actually uh, not taking. It should be very effective. Some people, they start writing everything the speaker says thinking that it is not taking. No. So then you need to write down the essence of the message. So the overall message of the speaker can be noted down. So that is the meaning of not taking. Okay, sometimes maybe the speaker delivered the speech for 2 hours, but you are not taking maybe 1 page or 2. Okay, not a big book. And there are different methods of note taking. You can search for them. Now I can't teach them here. Linear, mind map, Cornell notes. There are different methods. So you can go for the best method. So even without knowing these note taking methods, you can properly maintain your own note taking. Okay, this note taking is highly abandoned in higher education actually. I don't know whether this can be successfully used with primary kids, but that is possible. But this is highly available in higher education. So that is note taking. Next one. Summarizing and paraphrasing we discuss. Okay, we'll skip it. Yeah, someone is asking, is this like summarizing, isn't it, madam? No, it's not like summarizing. It's jotting down the important points of the speaker. So you can have your own way, not taking mind maps. You can put the main idea into circle, and from that circle you can have an arrow and another circle, like that. So not taking, so that means just imagine I just note down, no, I am doing not taking while listening to a person, and another person listening to the same person with me at the same place, same time, will not understand my note taking. So note taking is personal. Okay, so I am writing down important things in a way that I can refer later, especially when we attend workshops. So at the entrance of the workshop, we are given a sheet of paper or a small notebook with a pen. Or you also might have participated in workshops. So these stuff are given first. That is to note take. So when we are listening to the resource person, we are not writing everything, whatever we want. That's not what your next person is writing. That's what you want to write. Hope it is clear to you. Okay, summarizing is, you know what it is. I want to save time. Paraphrasing is actually you are translating what speaker is telling into your own words. Okay. Now we'll see why active listening is important quickly. Okay, so when you engage in active listening, it helps you to build connections. Okay, so then you will be connected with the speaker, you will be connected with the idea. Okay, so there will be a positive connection actually always when you actively listen. Okay, the speaker will be comfortable basically. So the speaker will feel sharing information with you. All this positive environment will be there because of active listening. Okay, so these are things that you also can understand. Develop trust. That means when you actively listen, there will be a strong trust between you and the speaker. That's really necessary even in our personal life when we uh, deal with people in society. Okay, not only between teacher and the student, but everywhere. And identify and solve problems. Okay, so when you actively listen, you can easily recognize challenges, because they may not be your challenges. I mean, the challenges you faced, even from the experience of other person, you can recognize challenges, and then you will get the ability to quickly spot the issue, and you can face them very properly. Okay, quickly read. They are also easy things actually. Nothing is tough here. Okay, so here when you actively listen, it increases your understanding of various topics that easily you can understand. If you do not actively listen, you will not understand various topics. And also, when you actively listen, you will not miss some important information. So you also might have experience when you are listening to a lecture, or when you were listening to a lecture, and when you talk with a friend, sometimes you might have missed certain important information. Even though you try to get those information from somebody else, it may not be successful. Okay, so listening skill is over. So we have one more skill, and we have a limitation in the time. So quickly we'll go to speaking skills. Okay, here you can understand speaking is a very complex process. We don't feel like that because we do not think of how it is happening. You see, uh, uh, speaking is not producing sounds. Even mad people, even the small kids, they will pronounce sounds. But it's not proper speaking. It's speaking, but it's not effective speaking. It's not just producing sound. Uh, it is more than that. Organizing thought, choosing appropriate vocabulary, grammar, and adapting it to the listener and the situation. Okay, so you just imagine, even without thinking, without our knowledge, how many areas we are thinking before we talk. It won't take much time. Everything will quickly, instantly happen. Here. Okay, here we'll see. So developing fluency, accuracy, and pronunciation. So these three are essential elements intertwined around the speaking skill. So these three should be there, then only we can see proper speaking. Fluency. You know what fluency is. So fluency is the ability to speak smoothly, naturally, without excessive hesitation or pausing. So if you can talk smoothly, naturally, that is your fluency. And some people, when they start talking, so they cannot complete the sentence they start. So they are hesitant. So those who are having fluency, they will not be like that. And then accuracy. That means the correct use of grammar that is needed for accuracy, the vocabulary and the sentence structure. So if you use correct grammar along with correct vocabulary and correct sentence structure only, you can maintain accuracy. Accuracy means correctness. And the third one is in the next one, Hari. Pronunciation. You just read that also. Okay, we'll see pronunciation. You know what pronunciation is? Producing the sounds of a language correctly. Okay, so that is, these basic things, phonemes, phonemic awareness. So it includes stressing the intonation, raising the voice and lowering it down when and where it necessary. There is a rhythm. Okay, so all these things should be there when it comes to pronunciation. So you should know as a whole for proper speaking skill, fluency, accuracy, and proper pronunciation is needed. And to develop these three, you need to practice them. You need to practice your student. Okay, so it is a conscious effort. So purposely you have to do practicing to improve these three. Next one, communicative activities. You need to have them for proper speaking ability. What is this message? Yes, to develop pronunciation, we can do tongue twister games. Yeah, okay, right, that's correct. We use them to develop pronunciation. But only thing, when it comes to pronunciation, there was a time that the second language learners were expected to pronounce English words like native speaker. And we called it received pronunciation in the past. But now that concept is fading out. That means we should not try to talk like native speakers with much effort. So it's not expected. So we are Sri Lankans. Our way of pronunciation is Sri Lankan English. Indian people, even though they try their level best, they cannot pronounce like native English speakers. But we cannot condemn Indians English speaking. They are correctly speaking. So only thing, they do not have certain pronunciations in their mother tongue. So we also have the same problem because in our Sinhala or Tamil mother tongue, there are no certain letters even, the pronunciation. For an example, fur. So recently the letter fur came to English Sinhala language, but still. So that's why our people are telling pile to file. Okay, so that is natural. We should not look at them, but as adults and as students who have learned this language for a longer period of our life, we should try our level best to avoid these things. That is something else. Otherwise, we should not uh, unnecessarily follow native speakers' pronunciation. Hari, okay. Here, communicative activities. So, you as a teacher, you can use communicative activities to improve speaking skills of your students. They include role plays. So role plays, it plays a major role in improving students' speaking skill. The role playing can be used even in higher education, and it is used actually, even we use it. Okay, so then, so that is positively can be used, that can be positively used in improving speaking skills. Then discussions, learners can be engaged in discussions, conversations on various topics, and they will express their opinion, they will accept opinions, they will reject certain opinions, like that. Okay, just read that also quickly. Okay, hope you read it. And presentation can be used as an important technique to improve speaking skill. So here the learners, they prepare and deliver their speaking activities. So you also might have done lots of presentations, and you can understand how presentation skills improve your speaking ability. And debates, of course. So debating is another art, actually, art of speaking. So there, it is different from day-to-day speaking. It's different from presentation. So the learners argue for or against a particular topic. And then storytelling can be used very effectively for improving speaking skills. So these activities provide lots of opportunities for learners to use language in meaningful context. And overall, it improves learners' fluency, accuracy, and even pronunciation, communicative competence. And we'll see. And these are, developing fluency, accuracy, and pronunciation. That is one technique. And second one, using communicative activities. Third one, teaching pronunciation and intonation. Yeah, you just read this also. Okay, teaching pronunciation and intonation. So this also helps learners to improve their speaking ability. Okay, so then teaching pronunciation is also a must. So pronunciation can be started, teaching when learners are very small, actually. So the phonetics, phonology. So, now the system has changed correctly even in Sri Lanka. So when we were studying English alphabet, we studied English alphabet as A, B, C, D, the letters. But nowadays, the alphabet is taught to the students with pronunciation, a, b, k, d, like that. So that is correct actually. So the phonetics teaching learners about the different sounds of the language. That is a must. The phonology, the sound system, and then these things quickly just see. Okay, so then we can teach students stress. So when we pronounce, we have to stress on certain syllables, words correctly. Okay. So then intonation we discussed early, raising the voice up and down. So then minimal pairs. So there are similar sounds, but with different meanings, and sometimes the pronunciation is slightly different. And drilling. The drilling can be used as a very good technique for practicing sounds. And the previous day before yesterday, when we were talking about teaching methodologies, I suppose we were talking about audiolingual method. Okay, so drilling, it was used effectively to improve pronunciation. And this also, okay, so here recording. So nowadays we are teaching with modern technology, or else everyone is familiar with these audio video things. So audio and video recording can be used very effectively to practice authentic pronunciation. And sometimes we can record and show it to students. That can be used to show them their weak points in pronunciation, and we can show better pronunciation audios and videos. And then feedback. So providing students with constructive feedback on their pronunciation and intonation is also very important. So you can understand there are different things that we can do to improve their pronunciation, the speaking ability. Okay, so with that, the second topic is over. Okay, language skills development. So basically we spoke about 4 language skills: listening, speaking, reading, writing. But we started as writing, reading, listening, speaking. So we got to know what these skills are, and we discussed in detail how we can develop these skills. Tell me whether you are okay with the topic, and then if you have different opinions. So when you go through this outline, you can check whether we have done these things. Okay, if you did not tell me okay. Silence says lots of things.
It's clear, madam.
Okay, so if it is clear, we have some more minutes actually. Shall we use it effectively to answer some questions related to what we did the day before yesterday? I have to tell you about the presentation. Okay, very good. Otherwise, I may forget it. Okay, let me share it with you first. The presentation, I also had it somewhere. Yeah, where is that? Okay, yeah, I will share it. Where is that presentation? Okay, here it is. You can see presentation. Okay, so you have a choice there. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 areas in your presentation. That means you can select one area for your presentation. See the question: explore different types of motivation: intrinsic, extrinsic, integrative, instrumental, their impact on learning, and strategies for motivating learners. And then that is one area. I think we have completed it. I can't remember exactly. So here, second one, that is that. Select 2 different reading strategies, one from the before reading category and one from the during reading category. And then for each strategy, explain the strategy in detail, provide a specific example like that. The exam information is there. Third one is discuss the historical context and key principles of audiolingual method and evaluate its relevance in contemporary language teaching. Very practical topic actually. It's not exactly the note that we discuss. So for an example, audiolingual method, you have to do a small survey that is called ARMY method. And then why it is started, so you have to do a small survey, and then you have to check whether we can use audiolingual method in contemporary language teaching today. And then the fourth topic actually we'll be doing next week. The next week actually discuss the purpose and importance of formative assessment, explore various techniques for gathering formative data. Okay, are these questions comfortable for you? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
madam.
The fourth question, of course, I did not do with them, but first, second, third, I have touched with them. So rather than depending on what we discuss, you can do a small survey also. Okay, that is because here, when we look at the guidelines, reference, cite all sources properly using an appropriate citation style. So this is how you have to do your presentation. You have to limit your presentation 7 to 10 minutes. But I don't, yeah, I think, but if it is around 7 minutes, that will be okay. And then you can use visual aids, but here, of course, the visual aids will be your PowerPoint slides. Handouts you can't use because we are not doing it physically, we are doing it online mode. What is this question? Past papers, actually, I also have to ask from the management. So this is the first time I am doing lectures at Apex actually. But anyway, the management is very cooperative. We can ask for the past papers. Okay, but syllabuses changes. I don't know whether when you go through past papers, you will get similar things related to your syllabus. Okay, anyway, we'll ask. Okay, time limit. Then visual aids can be your PowerPoint slides. So when you are preparing PowerPoint slides, the number of slides may be around 12. Okay, around 12. It can exceed more than 12 or it can be less than 12 also, but 12 is ideal. But if you want, you can go to 13, 14, 15, I don't mind. So your PowerPoint slides should not be unnecessarily decorative. So that I have to tell you. I have seen some students are using very colorful PowerPoint slides, but make it very simple, charm, and academic. And some students, they use these animations unnecessarily. So because of overuse of animation, the student and we all have to wait for a long time. The one letter by one letter will come and form the word. And then the slide open just like a curtain of a stage, I have seen. But those are not necessary. Maintain standard slides. And when you prepare slides, don't put everything inside the slide. That is a must. Okay, because you can't overload your slides with wordings. So it's a bad way of preparing slides. So use bigger font size when you put words in slide. Maybe at least 28 font size. Actually, the slides are for the audience, not for the presenter. I'm always telling. Slides are for the audience, not for the presenter. Okay, so the slide should contain the basic of what you are talking. Not everything you talk in the slide. So then no need of you are talking. The audience can look at the slide and understand. So, okay, so slides are just supportive material only. Okay, if meanwhile, if you have questions, you can ask. And then your way of pronunciation should be very clear and concise language. So it should be to the point. Your pronunciation should be clear. I know normally for presentation, students get ready. it's good actually, but it's not memorizing. But some students I have seen, so they memorize the presentation, and when they start presenting the slides, at a stretch they continue doing. In case if we stop them on the way and ask something, they will be helpless, because they don't, after the question they don't know how to start. Sometimes they will ask, madam, shall I start from the beginning? So then I will say, no, from the place where you stop, you start. If a students cannot do like that, that means it's reading by heart. Okay, you can get ready for presentation. If necessary, you practice them, I don't mind. But when you present it, it should be natural. And then if possible, it's possible actually, you can engage the audience also in your presentation. Okay, here of course you cannot keep eye contact because this is done virtually on online media. But at least you can ask questions from the audience, and the audience also should be very helpful. Okay, so then you can show your critical thinking. Of course, these questions are like that. And then reference. If you used certain website, certain books, you can have one slide for reference. And the your name and the registration number, whatever it is, can be included in the first slide. And I see some students, they write their name at last, the last slide. So you don't do that. You should be confident enough to show your name at the beginning. Okay, so you can have, I don't know, your university Apex campus logo one side, and the subject name, and then your name and the index number or the registration number, those things in the first slide. And then you can write down the question you selected, or you can have a topic from the area you selected. For an example, first one, motivation or something like that. Second question, reading strategies. And then third one, audiolingual method or something like that. You are free to have your own title. And then you can have content slide. So what are you going to talk? It may contain introduction, okay, introduction, and then other subject areas. Okay, just like that. Okay, still if you are having questions, you can ask. Yeah, anything if you want to clarify, verify. Yes. 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 What is this? There should be an order for taking presentation. They will prepare the order. Present to the class like you do now. Don't. Yeah, we need to present it to the class like you do now. Yes, but don't follow the PowerPoint slides which I am using as a guide. So I am doing a lecture actually because I have put everything inside the slide. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you. But what I am doing is not a presentation. That's what I wanted to tell you. So then the management will arrange the Zoom link in a way you can share your slides using your device. So there will be a list, and they told that they will send me the list. So then I can follow the list they send me. I will have a hard copy while I am taking your presentation, and I will put marks there. Then I will upload the marks on to their soft copy. So that is something else. So according to the timetable, we are having presentations on. Let me check it. When can you remember when are we having presentation?
25th of February.
Yes, teaching English as a second language presentation 7:30 to 9:30. So there are 25 students. That's what they told, but it is now more than that. Ne? We'll see. Hari, okay. Somewhere here. 25, but it is more than 25. Even now there are 27. But anyway, when one is finishing the presentation, other one should start without wasting time. That is the most important thing. So that can be minimized when we are having a list. So then you also can ask, I will also inform them. So they will share me the list, and the same list will be shared by you also. Then that is convenient. Don't get excited. Some of you may not be familiar with the technology. So don't get excited. All these options are there in your mobile device or laptop. So when the sharing option is given, only thing you have to share your presentation, and you have to switch on your video. Okay, so then don't say that I am not in a position to switch on video. No, it should be there, because I should check whether the same person is talking actually. Otherwise, you can put a recording and you can sleep and your presentation is going on. Okay, so you have to switch on the video and be comfortable, and you have to do the presentation. Anything else?
No, madam, we have got a clear idea about the presentation.
But don't feel comfortable. So when you become unnecessarily confused, you can't do anything. So presentation is just a simple task. So you have been given proper guidelines and topics. So you can, now itself you can start preparing slides. And remember, everything related to these questions cannot be presented within your presentation, because time is limited, number of slides are limited, you can't have 30-40 slides. Okay, therefore select what is mostly important to the question and then get ready for them, and you can go for a nice presentation. And the general questions you ask, I will talk with the management also, the list of students, the sharing options, all these things. Okay, so then according to the timetable given, we'll be meeting again on 11th, 12th, and 25th. Those were the days given to me. I don't know whether they will have more days. According to, 11th, 12th, 18th, and 25th. 25th is the presentation. Other than 25th, we are having 3 more days. So we can cover the remaining parts of the syllabus within these 3 days. Okay. Any other questions?
No, ma'am, almost clear.
Okay. So 12th is a holiday, Poya Day. Do we have the classes on Poya Day? Oh, they have given the time. According to the timetable sent to me, there is a lecture on 12th. I'll verify it. We'll verify. You also can verify. 12th, is it a Poya Day?
Yes, madam.
Okay, but before 12th, 11th, we are meeting, then we can get to know whether we are having classes the following day. Hari, okay, then shall we wind up the session for today?
Okay, madam.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, then good night. Have a nice day.
Good night, madam.
Good night, ma'am.
Okay, good night.